Hello, I'm Hope Witkowsky. Did you know in the United States there's 72,000 centenarians, and 2/3 of them will never, ever get the common age-related diseases? Today we're going to introduce you to some of those seniors to learn the secrets to how to live a healthier and happier life.
Brookdale's Pacific Inn has residents here, probably from 65 is the youngest, up to Eleanor Manning, who you met, who's now 102, almost 102. We have 145 residents in 134 apartments here, and probably 50 of those are in their 90s. So the average age is around 87.
And we're here to learn the secrets of these seniors who are living well into their 90s. Tell the viewing audience, what is your secret for living to be 102 and then on?
I think it is enjoying life, but first of all, I think is believing in God and knowing He's watching over me, and He's really does a wonderful job. And I laugh a lot. I have a wonderful family, and I have wonderful friends, and I just like my life.
Camaraderie. There's always wonderful entertainment, and we get up and dance. It's just the independent living is what is so great here. And there is assistance if you need it, and it's just a very comfortable place to be.
I'm 96 years old, and I plan for 4 more.
Plan for 4 more. And I understand you have a girlfriend also?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to mention that.
Oh, well, it's on television now.
She comes and has a meal with me one time a week, and she's a real nice lady, and she knows more people here than I do.
Making the decision to move from a single home into a senior community apartment is a big step for most seniors. But these seniors are embracing the change. There's a visible happiness in the faces and in their attitude.
Well, I tried it in a private home and for a few years, and then I lived with my daughter for a few years, and I just decided to get out, and I enjoy being with the people. We've got a good people that they seat us up with for eating meals, 4 of us to the table. I enjoy those guys, and a lot of other people I know well.
I like the food and not having to cook, and I like the entertainment and keeping busy without having to do chores.
It's always interesting to learn from centenarians on their life experiences, especially when it comes to their previous careers.
I got my training late. I was working in defense factories and got a lot of deferments. And when I did go, the war ended just before I finished my training. So I went to Korea as occupational troops. And I was there probably about 15 months.
I volunteered with the USO in 1942. I think it was almost born then. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it, of interviewing the young men who came in off the ships. Many of them had been landlocked. They lived in landlocked areas in our country. And they were so thrilled to be in a place where there was water all around, because they were in the Navy, and they had never seen the water before, many of them. But I love the idea of making people feel comfortable, and we would feed them and dance with them, and we had chaperones all over the place, so there was no hanky-panky, and sent them off. We arranged for them to have dinner with certain families who were wonderful and go to theater, etc. It was a good feeling to help, and I was 19 then.
When you were in your 20s and 30s, what type of work or what were you doing back then? Because this is in the infancy of Torrance, now that we're in our centennial.
I was teaching school. I taught for 47 years, so that covers pretty much all of that.
And did you have any children?
I have 2 daughters.
Grandchildren?
I have one of my daughters is gone, but the other one has 2, a boy and a girl. And you'll kind of know how old I am when I tell you that my granddaughter is 41, and my grandson is 37, I think, and he has 2 children. They're like little kids.
These seniors seem to have a zest for life. Each has their own special way of living each day with gusto and enjoyment. Here are some of their words of wisdom they give to us.
I laugh a lot. When a problem comes along, solve it right away. Don't live with it. If you can't solve it, then you'll learn to live around it. And just don't let anything fester inside of you. Get rid of it.
Eleanor, who is 102 years old, is an inspiration. She's always smiling and saying her life is good.
We provide therapy services to any of the residents who need therapy. We also just manage all of the residents here. Our goal really is to keep everybody at their highest level of functional independence. That could be mobility, taking care of themselves as far as bathing or dressing, making sure they can get down in the dining room, preventing falls, or certainly providing therapy if there has been some sort of a mishap. But we also have a very good relationship with caregivers, family members, and the residents themselves. So let's say somebody's feeling, maybe they've had an illness, they're feeling a little weak. They may come by and say, I could use a little refresher therapy. What do you think? And so we'll go through the process and get that going for them. So it's really about helping them maintain what they already have, improving it if they need it, but just staying at their highest level of functional independence.
About how many times a week do you exercise?
5 days.
Really?
Monday through Friday.
And describe a little bit about the type of exercises that you do.
Well, they're all different. Every day we have a different exercise. Sometimes we just have tapes.
One of the things that we really do educate people on here is you are never too old to exercise, to get stronger, to improve in a variety of areas. We do get some people who say, I'm too old, it's too late for me. But it's certainly not true. We have Eleanor here, who's a perfect example. I think if Eleanor can benefit from therapy at going on 102, that speaks for itself.
Many seniors enjoy yoga as a way to keep their bones strong and joints moving well.
I've been working with older people, doing a lot of exercise, physical activity, yoga. And yoga really helps. When we think about yoga, people tend to think of, all those pretzel shapes that people got into. And really, yoga started about 5,000 years ago, and they started the poses to help people sit for a longer time so they could meditate more. So when we're doing yoga, it's really all about stilling the mind and just the calmness, the peacefulness, meditation. So we do some gentle poses that help with some movements that help lubricate the joints, keep things moving freely, just fighting some of those aging signs that we tend to feel. So it helps people keep a little bit more flexible, helps with balance, and also helps reduce anxiety and really help them feel better about life in general.
Those great seniors living in senior communities must be getting the benefit of what Nurse Hahn is telling us about. Let's take a look at the kitchens and speak with the director of dining for some of his secrets.
We always look at the specifications from the doctors, and we try to accommodate. We can accommodate low sodium, low fat. We use all trans fat zero items. We cannot serve any trans fat entrees in here. So.
Chef Tahita says he only serves the residents the healthiest foods, such as sugar-free desserts, high-fiber dishes that include fruits and vegetables, and all dishes are gluten-free.
I don't like starches. but I like meat and vegetables.
And when you mix all these secrets together, you've got a recipe for longevity. I want to be here for your 102nd birthday, and I want to be here for your 103rd birthday. And the way you're going, who knows? You may be like 150. Who knows?
Right. It's possible.
It's possible.
Eat bran. Bran is good.
Now you've enjoyed listening to our centenarians on how they are enjoying their golden years. You can now add some of their lifestyles to your lifestyle so you'll be the next centenarian. I'm Hope Witkowsky of Senior Scene, reminding you knowledge is a powerful tool. Tune in next time for more secrets on successful aging.